Alright. Alright, let's get started. First on the hearings is a notice for 10. The Gardner Conservation Commission will hold a joint public hearing under MGL Chapter 131, Section 40, in the Wetlands Protection Act. The City of Gardner Wetlands Protection Ordinance on the notice of intent followed by Graz Engineering on behalf of Roy Koppinen for their construction of a single-family home at 68 Acadia Road. This is a continuance from 8/26, and it's been pushed to September 9th. Do you have any other update on this one?
Other than the,
This is it. Yeah.
other than the miniature version of the updated plan, I have not received any update from the engineer.
So this, when did this one come out? The 19th of August?
Yeah.
So they haven't really,
But they did ask for a continuance until they get in front of the
Oh, right.
zoning board.
Okay.
Variance from the zone.
that's right. All right, someone like to make a motion to continue, what's our next meeting?
I'll make that motion.
23rd. Someone like to
Second.
second? All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
Kind of thought we were gonna get rid of it. Guess not.
All right, just, moving on to the next one, the Gardner Conservation Commission will hold a joint public hearing under MGL Chapter 131, Section 40, Wetlands Protection Act, and the City of Gardner Wetlands Protection Ordinance. Under notice of intent filed by David Ross, Associates for Robert Lapierre, for the property located at 122, 128 Wampanoag Road South. This is DEP file 1600668. Want to come on up? Can I just give us an update of where we stand? Just go over your letter quickly, if you don't mind.
Yep, so, at the last meeting, we presented the revised plan, and
Yep.
we got this to you kind of late in the game, so we continued just to allow you guys to have more time to review the plan. Also, in that time, I just did a quick cover letter, just kind of going over everything that was presented in the meeting. It just talks a little bit about the updated wetland line. The original line was shown in blue here. The revised flags incorporate this hatched area here that extends out to this green line. They've had a corresponding 30-foot offset. We're showing the 60-foot wetland offset and then the 100-foot buffer zone. We went over the plan changes to get the proposed addition outside of the 60-foot
Yeah.
wetland offset. And then the only other changes to the plan that we've made since it was last presented was in going through the comments that were issued by DEP, they had some concerns with some of the tree cutting that
Yeah.
was going to be done outside, so we wanted to leave the limit of work along the 30 just to make sure that that gets protected, but we added in these areas where there's cutting, just additional erosion control that would just be installed, during the tree work portion of the project.
So the number of trees, did they go increase, or are they still the same number we already looked at?
It's the same number, I think that there was two additional trees.
Yeah, and I found another partially dead one out by the shore. I don't know if you got it marked on there.
This one up here in the back, is that?
Yeah, well, that one was added.
Those are all gone.
What do you mean?
These were all
They're
there.
all gone. They X out.
There's a maple. What is it? Right here. That's sitting on a ledge. And I think that one there. So, but in the meantime, there's like 4 trees that have fallen down that were on the original plan, which they're not on here because they're gone. I mean, they're already dead. So the total amount's about the same.
Well, the problem is, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna ask, the ones that are right near the shoreline, what's the deal with those?
We've already, these are the ones you looked at. You already approved the whole.
Yeah, I'm just saying, okay.
How long ago we approved those? But the ones way, way back?
That would have been the
Yeah.
original RDA.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they're missing.
That's just, it's been a while.
Yeah, and that's why I was,
That's why I just don't. Okay.
I think these are the ones you and I walked.
Yeah, exactly.
There was some others over here that we had added, but those already fell down. So these are all staying here, and these are all, well, I did a whole bar chart, or a big chart that had everything on it. Those were all really approved by you guys.
What about this one that's in the hash mark, this maple that says damage? That's
It
down
says-
there?
It's staying, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's, oh, gotcha.
So I know that we've been back and forth on this. The owner did due diligence, moved everything out of our jurisdictions for the most part, right? Anybody have any comments on that? Go ahead.
I just had a question, I missed the last meeting or whatever, so I was just curious, there used to be like a trough right along that structure. Remember that? I mean, that's where the footbridge is,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's
What's the deal with that now? I mean, what's the plan for that? At the time, at times it has running water almost.
Yeah, so it comes right out of the existing foundation. And what was on the original proposal was to put a foundation to hard pipe within there and then fill that ditch in.
Okay.
So that pipe will daylight kind of right down where it comes out.
Remember that? That was,
Yeah.
no, I figured, I just,
We want,
I couldn't really
spring,
see.
I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Okay, that seems like a better
Yeah.
option.
So you addressed the DEP comments, you addressed the third-party comments, you met with third-party, our engineer out there that we work with,
Yeah.
and you came up with this plan, I'm just kind of
Yeah, thank you.
summarizing it. Everything's been moved that we asked, I think a couple things beyond what we asked have been addressed, so I don't see anything else, I'm okay with the project. I don't know if you guys have any comments on it. Justin, any got any thoughts on this?
Just because I'm still getting caught up with the dynamics of the project itself. So after those trees are removed, what's the plan post for that? Because sometimes if depending on the dynamic of the commission or the dynamic of DEP, they typically want to see things brought back or replenished. Is there anything that?
You mean more new plantings in those areas?
Yeah, would there be replacement plantings for the?
We didn't call for any, and DEP didn't ask them to put anything back in their comments. So. All right. Anybody in the audience have any questions or comments? No?
And that's the well?
Proposed well, yeah, right.
It's for the house?
Yeah, correct.
All right, I'm good, thanks. Someone like to make a motion to end the hearing?
I'll make the motion.
Someone to second it?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. So I don't have a problem with it. I think everything's been addressed. There was a bunch of comments from an abutter. We passed that information back and forth. They did send some comments back, but the third party that we had them acquire was involved with this redesign. So there's no need for another redesign meeting on the same discussions that were qualified on site. There's been some additional communications back and forth to the engineers on both sides, so I think we're ready to go on this thing. Would someone like to make a motion to approve the plan for 122, 128 Wampanoag Road?
I'll make that motion.
Someone like to second that motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved as approved.
So,
Yeah, so, the order of conditions would be the standard order of conditions, and then just basically, you might wanna write this down, I'll give you the order of conditions that we normally use. It's pretty, but we pretty much call our standard order of conditions, so really what we're looking for is just when you're gonna start, so we can get out there when all the controls are in place, so we can have, Justin or a couple of Concom come out.
I've already talked to him about that. I'll put all the wattles in, I'll stake everything, I'll give him a call before I start anything, and he can look it all over, I'll walk through the whole plan with him.
Yeah, and then when you're halfway through again, let us come out there and take a look,
Yeah.
and Justin will make periodic site visits,
No problem.
and then, take it from there.
when would you like to start?
Well, I'm gonna have to wait.
He's got a 14-day period.
No, I know, I realize that. As soon as you can.
Yeah.
I don't wanna have to go out there with snow out, very safe.
It's a tough road in the winter.
Yeah. No kidding.
You guys are welcome anytime.
Yeah, you've always been great with us
Yeah,
on site
great.
visits.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll keep going. The Gardner next on the agenda is the Gardner Conservation, Commission will hold a joint public hearing under MGL Chapter 131, Section 40, Wetlands Protection Act, the City of Gardner Wetlands Protection Ordinance of Notice of Intent, followed by All-Purpose Storage Gardner LLC, represented by Christopher Guda, Fieldstone Land Consultants for work on parcel ID, text 22 13 16, 8 through 14, 9-18, 143 Colony Road. Project entails an extension of existing storage facilities, including 7 storage containers, 4 of which are located within the buffer zones. This is a DEP file 1600664. This is also a violation enforcement order with this project, and it's another continuance from 826. I understand you guys did a site visit this afternoon, I met with Fieldstone.
Yes, and I met with
Ken? Yeah.
Fieldstone, and what we saw was they basically staked out all the primary areas of the project, both the extensions, the area which they're going to remediate, and then the outlying buffer zones that they're working off of as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, do you have anything to add or anything out there? You've seen it the most probably.
Yeah, it's, you know, they had all nicely marked blue area where they're gonna take the stuff out. They were supposed to get down in there to look pretty thick, I don't think I could get down in there, you know, where the.
Yeah, where it drops off.
Yeah. The guy's gonna do the contract work, we're supposed to take a look at it.
I didn't get out, two times I went out there, there was nobody around, so
Yeah.
nobody in the office or anything, so I couldn't get out there.
Yeah, because the gate was open for a while, now it's been closed.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you been out?
No, not since we were on
Yeah,
one
yeah.
time.
Everything's cleared out of it, there's only one car in there, I don't know.
On that lower area?
Yeah,
Oh. All the trailers and everything are out there?
yeah, everything's out, it's all up top.
And trash has all been picked up and everything,
Well,
for the most part?
we did, yeah, it's, just that one car left there, he doesn't know anything about that one.
How about the infill area over there? Do they stake all that over underneath the detention lines when you're going down a little ramp to the right?
That pile,
Yeah,
it's still there.
yeah, but it's part of where they're gonna remediate?
Yeah, it's all,
Is that in Westminster?
No, I don't think that part isn't. I think those other trailers, I've called those, you guys heard about
Yeah,
that.
those are.
Yeah, so,
It's close.
it is
To that
close.
tension line,
Yeah,
that border.
yeah, it is.
yeah, but I don't think it's, I think it's.
I didn't realize that they were gonna be putting 2 storage sheds down in there.
Well, they're not doing anything until we approve it, but that's what their goal is.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is, and I don't, that right of way is gonna have all kinds of construction in it.
I know.
That's where the new towers are going.
Yeah, I don't know, I think they need to make sure they do due diligence with.
Because,
Because they can't drive under those lines, it's not gonna fly.
And over the years, you even think about infringing on the high tension wires that are right on you.
Yeah, they need to get approval from National Grid.
There's no excuse to be there at all.
Yeah,
In fact, I've known people who've been out there, Blueberry got kicked out,
yeah,
years ago.
yeah. So what's their plan now? They're basically waiting for us to tell them they can start?
I think one of the questions, I think, Justin, is they wanna know what type of soil they should use as a subsurface.
Well, they need to get an engineer to tell them what they need to use, we shouldn't be telling them that.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Yeah. Is that how you address it with Ken?
Well, we told them we discussed
That we
it.
discussed.
Okay,
first.
yeah, they need to get an engineer to tell them exactly, we're not
Yeah.
engineers to tell them what we
And
need.
if it fails, it's on us.
Well, they felt like they had to put 2 feet of soil in, no, you know, have to put 2 feet of hole.
Oh, they need to get somebody to tell, Ken should know what he needs to do.
Yeah.
So where do we stand right now, besides them, us telling them what they should do with the soils? They're still,
I think Justin could just get back with Ken and tell him,
Yeah.
get there.
they need to give us a plan of how they're gonna do it and what they're gonna do.
Yeah, it's,
Yes, but they also we should have a letter on file that they've contacted New England Power, whoever owns it.
Yeah, but that comes down after the.
I know, but you don't wanna give somebody permission to do something
Yeah.
that now you should have been given.
Yeah, that's on them, but yeah, we'll get to that point.
But I mean, you might,
I think the wattles and all that silt fencing and all that stuff should go up. I thought that was part of the plan.
I thought it was already up.
no, it's not.
I thought he said it was up too. Go ahead.
Well,
Don't they also-
one of these meetings, they said it was gonna be put up, I just assumed it had been put up, it's not.
Yeah.
Don't they have to scrape out?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they haven't done that yet,
Now,
right? Okay.
Then you get all the
Here for
walls,
us,
silt fence, everything in
Okay,
place,
and then,
and then clean it out.
Okay.
But they need to give us a plan of what they're gonna do to remediate it.
Right.
And I think what the problem is they don't wanna do too much, because they wanna go back in and put those 2 container spaces
I'm
back.
not in favor of putting them 2 containers down
Yeah,
there,
no.
not at all.
Yeah,
Cause that was wetlands, and they had admitted that it was wetlands.
right.
And then the guy, the previous owner filled it in.
So let Ken know in an email that he needs to tell us what his plan is and what types of soils. He needs to get an engineered stamp drawing of what he's gonna do. I thought he was in the process of that. But in the meantime, she get all this silt fencing and all his wattles in place.
Plus, I went to see a letter from Northern Power,
Well, once we get going,
yeah,
but they should have that already. So,
I doubt it,
no, I mean, the wattles and stuff. I thought that was done,
yeah, I did too.
yeah.
When was the last time you were out there, Norman?
Today,
Oh, today?
there was a meeting
All they did was fill in the road going down.
at, the washout.
Yeah, and we haven't had any rains to wash it out since, so.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's do that for now. Someone like to make a motion to continue to September 23rd.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
I did mention to him that it probably was gonna be continued tonight anyway.
Yeah, I think Ken knows, he knows the game a little bit, so. The next one, 170 Mill Street. This is, continuing.
He's back in there doing all kinds of work.
What type of work is he doing?
He moved a lot of it, well, what was a building, all the junk part of the building, with his excavator, moved it up, stacked it up.
Yeah, so he hasn't done any damage or anything.
Well, I don't know, he's in the wetlands doing work. Well, is there no one else I saw there? A white turkey.
Yeah, so somebody's got.
Well, I don't know, no, he looked like a regular turkey, but it was white,
Yeah.
whatever.
Can you take a drive by 170 Mill Street and just see what they're doing for work, take some
Yeah.
pictures, and then let us look at those pictures. And then, get a hold of Mass Dam Safety, there's some emails that you probably should have already, and let them know that there's been some movement on site and see what they say. So you're gonna get pictures, send them to the commission,
Yeah.
and you get, okay. If you can't find that, let me know, I'll email you who we were talking to. All right, someone like to make a motion, this is, going back, someone like to make a motion to continue this to the September 23rd meeting.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Under professional development, I was in training today, and some certain person sitting next to me was in the same training as I was. I could not see the screen today at all for that DEP training.
Was it not displaying on your?
It just said, yeah.
Is it there, or is it, yeah, cause I.
You can see it?
Yeah, their shared screen was on mine.
It didn't, it just said there was a technical error with it. So if you want to just kind of go over what your training was today?
Yeah, so today's training was DEP's presentation on Wetlands Protection Act 101, and it goes over a lot of boilerplate specifics of, going through the process of, applications, certain roles of buffer zones and riverfront area, and basically stands for, either oncoming staff, so much as myself, or commissioners that wish to have a refresher in that specifically, to kind of have an open presentation and discussion about it post. There's gonna be another session, I think, September 17th or.
I was off and on the call. I had it in my ear, but I was doing stuff.
Yeah, I'll double check.
It's in the email you sent out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good refresher.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the durations when they file, how long we have and how long they have, 5 days to report and so that was interesting. I always thought it was 14 days, but we have always done it before, in the time frame. But I thought it was longer. But it was very informative. Did everybody get those emails?
I got the one that Justin sent out. That
Yeah,
one.
they send them direct. You
Oh.
wanna check your spam, cause I got it right from them.
I think I did too.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've been getting some emails. Well,
Okay.
this is DEP though, right?
Right.
Yeah, this is DEP's
Oh my God.
stuff. Yeah, I think Rebecca actually sent
Yeah, direct.
Both Rebecca and Kim sent it to me, I think, probably about 5 times cumulatively.
Yeah, yeah, they kept getting, oh, check.
Yeah.
You got a direct moment too?
I did.
Yeah, it was good, I mean,
Yeah.
it was a little long, but I thought it was very informative for, like
Yeah.
yourself, it was a good refresh, so.
Yeah, and they also went over a couple of the processes for EDP as well.
Yeah.
Which I have, just as a slight, and so I have been trying to go through the proper steps to recover our old account, because typically our EDP submittal was supposed to be an archival account
Right,
that's passed
hasn't
from agent to agent. And we, after talking with one of the representatives from EDP, I don't think we've had our, what should be our monolithic account in over a decade. So we're just trying to go through the process so that way all the archives stay in one place.
Right.
And so we can also potentially make the process of both filling in orders of conditions for determination as well as getting them to the appropriate parties a lot faster. Yeah.
I kind of think it's odd that, I don't see Lindsay not filing like that.
What?
This is it's e-filing basically. I don't see Lindsay not doing that, I just don't see it. 'Cause she was writing grants and everything all through the
Yeah.
process.
Yeah, I
So it
mean,
was 12 years, you said?
so the one that, one of the representatives told me, one of the mainstay accounts hasn't been active since 2012, so about 12 years. And potentially within that period, this is just a theory, so take whatever I say with a grain of salt. But potentially when a transition happened, there wasn't, there potentially wasn't that firm transaction of that knowledge to the next party, and then over the years, there have been accounts made just by either each agent, which is.
That's what I think.
Right.
Which is typically what they don't recommend, just because you
Right.
can't get the same archival.
All the sequences.
But, and then others have just gone with the old fashioned analog style, which is just mailing them out to both DEP and the respective parties. As for right now, we're still taking the steps to figure it out. I think my request was just, my first request was just denied, so I'm gonna go investigate, see what we have to do to finally, get through and fix that, and then we should be on our way to good times.
You know, that sounds odd. Like, because, like Lindsay and even the other two, they were up on that.
Yeah.
But it probably didn't transfer over, is likely what happened.
Yeah, maybe, yeah,
And probably several people didn't transfer over.
yeah.
Was it on all that paperwork I gave you from Doug?
From the drive?
Yeah.
No, so what was on the drive was basically just a copy, or like a copy of what we already have on file for everything, just to make sure that the commission's still in the loop with whatever projects may be active or not.
All right. So I sent you over the Mass Dam Safety contacts. The other thing on professional development is the MACC fall registration's open. It's Saturday, October 19th, from 8:30, or 8 to 3:30. I don't know if you guys all got that. This one's at Fort Devens, at Devens Common. I don't know if anybody's interested in going. I gotta check the date, but I might wanna go. So I think you should definitely go.
Justin, do you wanna go?
I'd like to go,
Yeah. Oh, definitely, no.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll check the date.
Find out.
So I guess.
Find out things you've been doing wrong.
Right.
We've been doing it wrong,
Right.
Oh, what?
We've had somebody attend just about every one of these,
Most, yeah, I think so.
yeah. I went last year with Doug, but I went together. And then the year before that, did you go? No,
I haven't been in the fall ones, I've been in the spring ones.
yeah, and I think David and I went one year together.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah,
I know I don't have the
Couple of times.
yeah, I've gone almost every time, yeah. Gotta check the date though. And so if everybody could get back to Justin, and if you're interested in going, we have some time, but
Our
We
newest
wanna get
member, I
payment.
think our newest member will go too.
I'd say, so we need to get payment situated, it's gonna take Justin a little bit of time to get that process
Yeah.
nailed down, so.
Yeah, there's only one meeting between that and the next
Yeah.
that meeting.
So let's vote on some fees and stuff, at next meeting, just so we're all covered in case we'll vote enough for
What's
everybody.
the fees? And,
No, I don't know, I can look it up, but
we get the money anyway,
Okay.
you know, it's, you know.
it's usually not that much.
No, it's not. No Holy Cross, huh? I think it's gonna be the annual.
Yeah,
It is $135 a person.
yeah. That will break us, oh, God.
Might drag my son along. All right, anybody have any new business? Do you have any other updates or anything, Justin, for us?
Taken a couple site visits over the past couple weeks. Can't name them off the top of my head, but one of the ones that I did after we got an inquiry last meeting was I went to E27 Green Street to take a look at a project that had come down the line through our OpenGov server. One of the proposed projects going on is a communications tower that's going to go in the upper left part of the parcel. When I looked into the USGS maps mapper and every different layer that I have to double check just to make sure that I get a solid story of whatever wetlands features are happening in a current spot, I noticed that the USGS maps showed a perennial stream feature going very close to the proposed project area.
Yeah.
When I did go out there, I did notice quite a bit of flow. I know we've had a couple storms here and there, but I don't think the amount of precipitation has been great enough to really alter any type of flow rate by such a percentage. In order to, I made contact with DEP and the parties involved with the proposed project, just to let them know that out of concern for this potential perennial feature, we should be in contact because there might be additional permitting required before they carry on and go through with building it. Because it's a perennial feature, it's riverfront, so, and I do believe it does trickle on down into Pearly Brook. So it would, if the proposed work is within that setback, it's within the setback of what's considered an outstanding resource area because it's potential drinking water. But I'll be in contact with the parties involved, including the surveyor teams and their consultants to kind of navigate through the process.
Okay.
Is this communication tower theirs or is it from a company?
They lease the land. That's typically what happens.
Now, our proposal, our other agent that left, he really didn't want that.
Right.
And they didn't realize that they were in the wetlands or whatever, the South people. Now, has it been moved since the original proposal?
I think it was set back a little bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think they might have moved it. But I'm looking now, but I don't know. I mean, they gotta give us some updated
Oh,
drawings.
where is this? Where is this?
At the horse track.
Oh.
That's, when they went out there last time.
Sorry, I didn't get the right.
Yeah, when they went out there last time, when they saw the pyramid,
Yeah, that's
they were right
right.
next to the door.
Right,
So, but Doug was really concerned
yeah.
at the location.
Um,
If you could find an update and send some drawings out, make a copy for Duncan of where it is.
No, I'm just saying, you know,
Let me see what you have.
it was too close to the, it was in the wetlands.
I have my
Oh,
observation copy
oh,
right
60
here.
foot, no, whatever it was.
Yeah, but where's their drawing
Yeah.
that they're proposing?
So they're proposing right
Okay,
over
I
there,
see it.
so which would be kind of right there.
Yeah.
What's this line here? That's the brook, right? Is that what's this?
This one?
Yeah.
Right here, the front, I believe that might be a topography line.
What is this line?
Yeah, because,
You need that stopper?
no, the blue line
Yeah,
is
the one-
right over
yeah.
here. This,
I mean, nobody.
these lines right here, I believe, are just.
Yeah, but they're
You know,
two different
at
lines.
the congregational church up on,
Oh, I see it
Yeah,
now.
because
Look,
it's 1050.
Yeah.
They have them in the tower.
Responsible for that.
Yeah, and the original people, they quit and they left.
Yeah, I thought this was, these looked
Really?
attached a little more, but.
Yeah.
Chair of our trustees at that time, we brought it in.
Yeah, but I mean,
But they,
since
for
then-
3 years, they said no.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's going, he's saying it's going right in this area here.
oh, yeah.
That's what we did.
It's going right here. That's
That's
what,
still pretty close.
yeah.
Now, do they have a stipulation like they do with the turbines, a fall area, in case it falls over?
I don't know.
how high this tower is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if they do.
In zoning, they had a requirement for that, that's part of what the cell tower people do. If it falls over, what's it gonna hit?
Might be pretty close to the house.
They said this one was 150.
Do you have their filing? The filing for this?
I'm surprised they didn't want to build it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have a DEP or conservation filing, they only have, I think, a
Well, it must be a
regular
dead zone
building-
there,
a
that's
regular
all.
building permit,
I don't know.
Which
I mean, I haven't heard of
I'll go back.
a cell phone being
Yeah,
built
they
around here in a long
can't,
time.
they can't just pull a building permit and expect to be done. They need to, and we need to give them, they need to come before us and present. So make sure you tell the building department,
Yeah.
just to make sure.
Yeah, I think that Ken, before he came to work with us on looking at 143 Colony Road, he also stopped by over there, because I believe Fieldstone was one of the,
Okay. So they haven't come before us yet.
yeah, so
Right.
yeah, I just prefaced that they, out of the concern for those resource areas, they may need to come before us with, and potentially with a notice of intent because of not only the ecological concern, but also the anthropological concern as well.
Yeah, well, we can't do much until they come before us, but just make sure the building department knows that we have some concerns.
But it does, I mean, it does raise a concern about these building permits that somehow don't loop us in. If it's that close to a wetland resource, I mean, I know it didn't happen.
He's
yet.
usually pretty good about
Okay.
that, but they need to,
Okay.
I believe it needs to be checked off on the permit
Right.
application that it's been
Is
reviewed.
it?
It used to be,
Yeah.
but I don't remember the last time I got a building permit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, see if we're still on it. Because for years, when I first on, we had to fight like hell to get any kind of information.
The building permits on us,
You get them from here?
for conservation approval, and
Yeah, have you signed any yet?
I've signed a couple of them, yeah.
What were you signing, like, did you know what you were looking at, and how was it presented to you? Like, did they say, here, just sign this? No, I'm asking, like, what did you have for information to sign off on?
I had access to site plans and, all the attachments that they were required to present, and then I would look at the maps, and if they were closer to wetlands, I would attempt to contact the parties for the site visit. That's how we got to go to 827 Mill Creek, so
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, good.
I'm concerned.
So that's in play.
Yeah, it is in play, so, but, yeah.
Is it on it?
I can't get there, because I don't have a login for this one.
Yeah.
And then the website is down there.
That's good to hear.
So if it says select, then you can't select anything. Sounds about right. It says select for the building permit,
Yeah.
and there's nothing there. You have to click the on and. Whatever, I don't know anymore. All right, what else you got?
I guess one more is I took a site visit out to Riverside Road. The proposed bridge that I believe you guys were involved with a couple of years ago. I think it was 2022 was when it was last.
That bridge is a temple.
That's, you know,
It's a weird.
Do you know the deal on that?
yeah,
The bridge they got set in
it's
there?
sitting there, yeah,
Yeah, somebody gave it to them.
yeah.
It's an old rail car. It's an old rail flat.
Really? If you get down Riverside, you go over the
Yeah, yeah.
bridge, like you're gonna go to the
Yeah,
junkyard.
right.
There's a bridge sitting there.
That's an old rail car.
It's a what?
So
It's an old rail car, flatbed.
Yeah, whatever, right?
That's the bridge.
That was a weekend project to tear it out, drop the new one in, and they'd be
I
done.
remember
Right.
that.
Yeah, I remember this. We went out and looked at it. Did you go with me?
Yeah, no, I went on my own, just check it out.
Yeah.
It's a weird site.
Well,
So,
So
what's the
the
plan?
last time they were gonna repair it, they handed hard and fool around. In the meantime, an individual went in and repaired the damn thing.
They just left
I
it in
mentioned
place?
who it was, but
Yeah, so it's all, so what's the plan now?
So right now, they have submitted their most recent plan to Templeton. I went out with the agent to have a joint site visit on what it currently looks like. Proposing, I think there are a couple more, let me see if I've got it, so I think there are a couple more solid points than the three that are shown on the original plan.
Where's our property line? Do you know? Because we were out there for a reason.
I think they designate the middle of the river as the property, so.
So you're gonna file with both
So
towns?
they have to file with both towns and they should be doing it simultaneously. I checked in with both the city engineer and Tom, our building commissioner as well. Our municipality hasn't received anything as of yet, but before anything, I think before they do anything, they have to have everybody on the same page.
Because that was a big ordeal. We needed floats in the river and,
Yeah.
remember we talked about that. And they were gonna do everything we asked. They just didn't do it.
is the plan still to use that bridge that they got set in there?
The one that they have at the recycling, the auto recycling center?
Yeah.
Yes, I believe that they still want to use that.
That'll be a fiasco. Ooh.
Okay, what else you got?
Those are.
That's it?
Did they give you a time frame or anything, and, you know?
I haven't gotten a specific timeline yet. As low flows conditions as they can possibly do, but that doesn't say, designated date, it's not October 16th, that would,
Right.
2024. I'm just waiting on correspondence for that.
All right.
Other than that, those are the main updates that I have.
Okay.
For the commission for tonight.
So Justin and I have been communicating by text and a couple phone calls. So if you guys do need to reach out to him, just give him a text or call. And we talked, once this week. You blew me off once and then you called me.
I didn't mean to. I was finishing up.
No, I was literally driving to a job site and he called me. No, I called him. I got to the site, opened the door, and he calls me. So, yeah, the timing is incredible.
I have one thing that Doug did, and I don't know if you can do it as time goes on anyways, just give like kind of updates versus this right now. Having it down on paper, I think helps us figure out what's going on, where you've
Yeah.
been
Did
to,
you find
helps you figure out what you've
I
done.
did find a couple of the old aging reports.
Yeah, we talked about
And-
that.
And when would a proper, I would say, submittal so you could review it and have time before a meeting, before we.
I mean, if you're on a site and try to get us a report within a couple days. But if you go on a site in the morning and you can get to it and send it out to everybody, it's nice for us because we walk in from our day jobs and we can leave. It gives us just a brief summary if we don't know what's going on. So if you can't get it the day of, that's
Yeah.
okay, but give us, give yourself the time to put some notes in.
Yeah.
So even if it's very short, I walked this
Yeah,
today.
pretty short.
Along with
Just
just a couple field photos, just.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and then just leave, Whatever you give us, leave copies on your desk for Duncan.
Yeah, and I'm sorry you give me a Friday,
Oh, no.
but I get a chance to read everything that you gave me, you know, so it worked out good.
And if you're gonna do site visits, make sure you call Duncan and let him know.
Yeah,
And
Absolutely.
if you get his wife, she'll make sure he's there.
yeah, right, yeah, true, I don't know where it was.
So, all right, anybody have anything else? You got anything in the audience?
Did we approve
What's
that?
There's no minister.
I gotta ask her, what's the latest of the school?
Well, let's,
We have to.
No, I'm
Let's close.
the plan.
let's hold off on that for now.
Okay,
Yeah. Someone like to make a motion to end tonight's hearing?
So moved.
Second?
second.
All in favor?
Aye.